Hey everybody, welcome to the tower. I hope you're having a good day and a good time, but if you're not and you're having a tower moment, or you feel like you're about to, you've come to the right place because that's all we do here. How do we do that? Well, I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck just like this to find out your overall tower moment energy. Alright, so, with that out of the way, then we clarify. We will do 3, 2, and 3. We will look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we will wrap it all up with, the last two cards on this deck. All of these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. Could be today, tomorrow, next week. I don't know when you showed up, but I'm glad you're here. And, there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play, and that's great. So, with all that out of the way, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you like what you see, and it helps you in some way, and we get something done here, and your life gets a little better. All right, let's get started. On this side of the tower, we have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot's the fastest moving card in the deck, but when it's on this side of the tower, when it's the cause of the tower, you're kind of running into it, and you're probably the one pulling the Chariot, not riding it. So you probably feel under pressure, stressed out, like, I don't really want to be doing this, but I have no choice because everyone around me is pushing me. So, expectations and stuff like that. Don't know what's going on. This is just the first card. That's kind of the energy that I get from this side of the deck here. That leads right to your tower, of course, and then the tower leads to the Fool card. Now the Fool card is basically the energy of clean slate. Just picking a different direction, quitting what you were doing and starting something completely new, probably without even a plan. The Fool is kind of a foolish card, so there's no plan when this is involved. It's just like, I'm going to go that direction, and I'm just going to see where it takes me. So this energy that you get into seems to cause some kind of a reset. Let's see what's going on in your world, yeah? Well, a lot of communication, probably too much, overwhelmingly so. A lot of screaming. Knight of Swords, two fast cards. Actually, all three of these cards are fast so far, and no endings. So there's a constant noise in your life. I don't want to say it's somebody screaming at you, but it probably is. They want you to get stuff done all the time. Do, go all the time. You don't get the rest. You could clean the house, you could do the laundry, you could do the dishes, you could do all the housework. But the minute you just sit down and relax, that's when they see you, and that's when they start. You're on your phone all the time, or you're on this all the time, or that's kind of the energy I'm getting. So, and it's kind of crazy how that happens, right? No matter how much work you do, the minute you decide to relax and just be on your phone or something, that's the minute somebody walks in or sees you, or it's like, well, why are you doing that or doing this or whatever. So there's no real end to that cycle. There's no end to that pressure because the Knight of Swords, all three of these cards right here, these three up here, are super fast. They're the fastest ones in the deck. The Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands are very rapid, very pressure intense cards. So the Ten of Swords is basically there's no end to it. So the energy that's just basically it's just overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed and you can't do it. The Tower leads to the Knight of Cups, which you're never good enough, which makes sense for this situation, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is starting to affect your whole life. Okay, this energy is starting to affect everything, and no matter how hard you try, you're never going to be good enough. You're never going to do it right. You're never going to have the right answer. You're never going to be impressive. Nobody's ever going to look at you and go, "Oh yeah, that was awesome. You did a good job." Whatever situation you're in right now, it's not coming. That's not happening. You are partnered with somebody who, is very difficult to work with. You're at a job that is impossible to make happy. You're just in a situation where you can't win. This is a battle you have been fighting for a long time. And somewhere deep in our minds, we always think, well, if I do good enough, if my actions are good enough, they'll start proving me who I am. Actions should mean more than words. When you do stuff, that should mean something because anyone can talk. Anyone can say, I'm going to do this, and then they never do it. Or they can talk a whole bunch, but they never do anything. You're that person. You're the person who does it, and whoever you're working for or trying to make happy with these actions, it's just not enough. Could be a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's just never pleased. Could be a boss that just says, well, that was fine, but you could have done better. There's always room for improvement, right? Which there probably is somewhere, but come on. I mean, if it works and it's good, don't be that guy. But that person is this person to you constantly. They hold you to a standard that's almost impossible, if not truly impossible. And you in your brain, you want to meet it. You want to go, well, I can do this. I'm gonna win eventually, because to you it's a fight, it's a battle, it's a constant goal. Like I'm gonna earn that respect. I'm gonna earn that. No, you're not. You're never gonna be good enough. Never. Not to these people anyway. So, and this tower is going to let you know that the Knight of Cups is, no matter how much you try or do, you're never going to be good enough. And the Ten of Pentacles down here, it's affecting the rest of your life, because it's getting in your head. You go home and you start doing things, and you're like, maybe this isn't good enough. You start self-doubting. You self-doubting. You start second-guessing yourself, and maybe this isn't good enough. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I'm not talented anymore. Maybe this, that, and the other. And that's just negative energy being driven into your head. So, yeah, you need to, this tower moment causes you to break ties with this person. And the Fool card is here. Yeah, like I said, break ties with this person. The Five of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and let me guess, King of Swords. Yep, breaking ties, cutting ties. You're not going to deal with that anymore. You're just done. You just okay, fine, whatever. I'm not good enough. I'm out. So you're either gonna start a new way of life, or you just don't care anymore, or you're gonna completely start a whole new way of life and move on to some other job, new relationship, or whatever. But you're done. You're done fighting. You're done trying to impress. You're done trying to, overachieve and be that person that works really hard, and you never even get any recognition for it. It's always bare minimum, or like, yeah, but there's, you can improve here and improve there. It's always that. It's always the same. It's always a feeling of being defeated on the inside. So you're done with that. You're just gonna find a place you can go. You're gonna move somewhere else, and it's clear to me that you don't really know where you're going after this, because the Fool card is here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Well, the King of the Swords and the Queen of Swords showed up. So that's the energy of, yes, it is time to cut off all that no longer serves you. And this is just driving you crazy one day at a time. The slow madness, the creeping chaos, if you want to call it that. This is the energy that just, you never notice how bad it is until you bring it home with you, and you're bringing it home with you now. And then it's like, oh, I can't clean my room, right? I'm not doing it good enough. It's never going to be good enough. That starts to get in your head. And at the bottom of the deck, there's the Lover's card and the Moon. So the Lover's card is a huge emotional choice. I'm the lizard guy, if you didn't know. But this isn't really a relationship. I mean, it could be for some people, but if it is, I feel really bad for you. If you're in this kind of relationship, you definitely need to get out, because that's emotional abuse, right? Like, you're never good enough for anything. You can't do anything right. Nah, that's terrible. But this is an emotional choice, because you wanted to win. You felt like you were good enough. You felt like you could handle this. You felt like, yeah, I could do this. Maybe this was your dream job you walked into, and you found out it was a nightmare. And now you just want out, and you just feel like everything the old you is completely gone. It's just toast, because what this person or these people did to you. So you're leaving the Moon energy. You're not going to be lost anymore. But this is a huge emotional decision for you. So don't take it lightly. Don't just be like, well, I quit. Now this is a big deal. This is a big deal. But you can do it. This will ultimately lead out for the better once you get out of this situation, because, sure, there's always room for improvement, but every time, sometimes you can just say good job and leave it at that, or you did a good thing, or awesome, or whatever. Be a little bit happy and encouraging. People don't have to be the mean one all the time, but this is what you've got right now. You're stuck with the mean one. You're stuck with that. And the manager at work that's always like, yeah, you could have done better, even though there's nothing more better you could have done in your eyes. The person who always finds a flaw, you get that person. So you're going to get away from this person. You're going to leave, and that's it. I hope you do. I hope this tower feels like it's absolutely needed in your life, and you need to wake up. You need to realize that there is nothing you can do to make this person happy, and you need to move on. All right, that was a good reading. I hope it helped somebody out there. I'm going to show you the cards, and we'll be done for the day. Here we go. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and it completely made sense to you, I'm glad, because sometimes I like to ramble and repeat myself and try to get it through to you to make it so you get it. But I think that's useful sometimes. If you liked what you saw and you enjoyed the video and it did help you, please think about hitting the old like and subscribe button. I would appreciate that, and it's totally free. You can hang out with me anytime you want. And I will try to upload every single day as much as I can. Alright? So thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a better situation in front of you where, you don't have to freak out every time you do something because somebody's always on your case. You don't need that. Alright. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.